Hey guys, Anthony here with AC Fly Fishing. Been a little while since we checked in, did any of these little update videos, but we want to give you guys just kind of a forecast, kind of what's been going on this winter and what's happening now in our area of Redding, specific to trout fishing. We're starting to get into the early spring season now. We're kind of middle halfway through February. We're looking at our spring fishing that usually kicks off late February, early March. We've got some high water this year, which is pretty exciting. We haven't had this in 4 or 5 years. Flows out of Keswick now are up to 20,000, which is awesome. For those anglers that have been around and fished this river at high flows, they know really just how special the fishing can be when it's big. Typically, just to give you the cliff notes, typically when the river's up 20,000 or higher, the river's moving. It's moving at a good clip. So these fish will really concentrate in certain areas, certain zones. They're not going to be nearly as spread out and hard to find at times when the river's lower, 10,000 or lower. So the river's up, it's jamming. We got 20,000, probably going to have most of March, probably hopefully April as well with some high flows. So it does a few things. We'll kind of highlight really quick what that does. Like I said, it concentrates the fish some. It can put them in specific zones, and it really opens the river up. It allows us to access a lot of water that we really don't get to fish most times of the year, or at normal, what we would call normal flows, anything under 10,000. A lot of the side channels come into play, braids, fish will push up on the edges. You're floating the river at 20,000, it's a different fishing experience than it is at 10,000 or lower. So that's, for us as guides and anglers, it's really exciting because we're fishing parts of the river that really aren't accessible, don't have water in it most of the year. Some big days can be had in the spring, especially March when the water's up. Like I said, myself along with a lot of the other boys, we're really excited for this spring. March and April, we're going to expect to have some higher than the normal water. The water's green. We have beautiful clarity right now coming out of the reservoir. 3 to 4 feet of visibility, which is awesome. It's not gin clear, so the fish aren't uber techy and shy about things. They're going to eat some bigger food. Higher flows typically kicks a lot of stuff off the bottom, so these fish are going to opportunistically look to eat and feed throughout the course of the day. It's not necessarily as hatch specific. We're not having to fish small techy stuff all the time. We can get away with some bigger bugs, bigger bait. We like that a lot. Fish seem to move a little bit further to grab something coming by. I guess as far as the bugs go, we'll talk about that a little bit. We've already had really strong caddis hatches in the last month. The spring caddis, the Brachycentris caddis, they've been coming off good in those warmer days. We get daytime temps over 60 degrees, and we've had really solid hatches of those Brachycentris caddis. We've already seen signs of PMDs as well. So as we get into early March, we're going to expect those PMDs to kind of progress and those hatches to get stronger as we get into early March. With those two bugs happening in March, we're gonna expect a really good trout bite. It's been excellent for those that have been out lately. We're gonna expect that to keep increasing and getting better and better. I guess just emphasizing the high water fishing really in this short clip, talking about just how excited we are to finally, it's been probably 5 years since we've had high water like this to fish. So I'm fired up, very excited to get out this spring, get after these trout. We've had a steelhead season the last few months of variable conditions, high water at times. I think myself along with the rest of the boys, we're really excited to get out and get after these trout in these high water conditions. Again, it's fishing a different river. If you fished the Sac a lot in the past and you haven't fished it over 20,000, you should put it on your list, because we have a small list of people that say, hey, call us when it gets to 20,000. They're going to come up the next day. Those that know, really know what the river can do, how fun and how good the fishing can be when it gets big. So we're excited. Looking like March is going to be a really good month for us out here, trout fishing wise. We're excited. We'd love to see you guys. Take care. We're going to try and check in again soon.